So have you ever been caught in a negative downward spiral of endless looping thoughts until you've been sucked into a vortex of just negativity and pain and misery? This is kind of how it goes. So let's say you're angry because of how your partner spoke to you at the end of a hard day. And then you begin to worry, maybe I'm not being patient. And now you're kind of getting angry with yourself because of your lack of compassion. And then you begin to worry about whether maybe you're a non-compassionate person in general. Now you're wondering, I'm worrying a lot about this, and maybe I worry too much. Maybe I have an anxiety disorder. And you've heard so much about how anxiety disorders affect your health. Maybe that's why you can't lose weight. You can't believe that you still have not lost weight after trying all these diets. What the heck is wrong with you? Clearly, you lack discipline, meaning you'll never succeed at anything. You're doomed to a life of mediocrity. Well, and that's how it goes, isn't it? This downward spiral of thought looping, negative thought looping, and now you've descended into a deep state of mindfuck and you feel depressed. And the deeper you dive into this mentally destructive state, the more stress hormones begin to course relentlessly through your body, making it increasingly more difficult for you to extricate yourself from this terrible, low, negative state. And the next thing you know, you've been lying in bed all day, watching reruns of Netflix, surrounded by empty containers of Haagen-Dazs ice cream, feeling helpless, feeling worthless, until suddenly you think to yourself, what am I doing? My God, I need to get off my ass and stop this right now. And then somehow you do. So what exactly changed in that moment? Your thoughts changed in that moment. You realize it's possible to change your thoughts that quickly. I mean, have you ever been upset about something and suddenly you get really good news? You find out you won concert tickets, or you're getting a raise at work, and now you're no longer thinking about what it was that was stressing you, and now you're excited. Mindfuck over in literally 30 seconds. And it's happened to almost all of us. So again, what changed? Your thoughts changed. Your thoughts are the key to unlocking that prison when you slide down the slippery slope of looping and negative thoughts. But it's important to understand that the longer you submit to the looping process, the more stress hormones are going to be released. And of course, the more difficult it is to extricate yourself from this downward spiral. But at no point is it impossible for you to pull out of this spin. What makes it more of a challenge once you have descended down to the bottom of that spiral is the fact that it does take a while for the neurochemistry of your body to return to normalcy because of all the stress hormones. So your body is coursing with chemicals that must be processed adequately over time. So you may alter your thoughts, but not feel the immediate physiological effects of that alteration because your body takes time to return to balance as it moves from fight or flight to rest and restore. Now, we all know that it's better to prevent cancer than to deal with the aftermath. Certain precautions taken with our health can decrease the likelihood of illness to begin with. The same also applies to what emotionally ails us. So taking preventative measures to avoid that mindfuck in the first place can reduce the likelihood of its occurrence. So today I'm going to talk to you about 5 steps you can use to prevent getting derailed by mindfuck to begin with, because we all know, even though you can get out, it's a lot easier to prevent it than to fix it once you're entrenched in that pit. So step number 1 is to start your day right. Begin your day on a positive note by setting aside time for your own personal development. Maybe reading an encouraging, uplifting book, meditating, doing some exercise, and my favorite is listening to an empowerment song. I have a list of songs that make me feel energized, powerful, invincible, and I listen to one of those songs every morning, and it sets the mood for my whole day in a positive way, making it less likely that I'm going to be derailed by mindfuck. Number 2, catch that downward spiral early. Learn to detect variations in your emotional status early on and begin to implement proactive measures to redirect your thoughts right away. Number 3, realize your thoughts are not necessarily your reality. The only thing that truly exists right now is this present moment. So don't ask yourself, is this thought true? Am I really this way? Oh my God, as you spiral downward, by analyzing and obsessing over those negative thoughts, you're creating that momentum that's going to pull you down into that spiral. The first thing you should say to yourself, is it useful for me to think this way? Is it helpful for me to think these negative thoughts? The answer is always going to be no. And then you need to move on to a different frame of thought. Number 4, step outside yourself, as if you were looking at yourself, maybe even sitting in a chair across from you, and ask yourself this question. If my friend were going through this, what advice would I give her or him? I mean, look at yourself sitting in that chair and think, okay, what advice would I give myself in this situation? And you'll be much more compassionate when you step outside yourself. Do that before you spiral all the way down. Number 5, think differently. Now, this might seem obvious, but sometimes we just need to take a look at what we're saying to ourselves and then say the opposite, like a good friend would. So the best way to deal with the mindfuck downward spiral is to prevent it to begin with. Now, thank you so much for watching this video and giving me this opportunity to connect with you. If you've tuned into this video and you've already spiraled downward and you're feeling just stuck, I have 2 restorative videos that will help you reset your nervous system and bring yourself back to peace and balance. In my video, Instantly Calm Your Stress and Anxiety, I teach you a clinically researched technique that can lower your stress hormone levels by 60 to 80%. So you will truly be empowered when you realize the amazing power that you actually possess over your own nervous system. You can calm your own stress physiology. And then in my other video, Yoga Nidra for Anxiety, you can experience the amazing restorative powers of Yoga Nidra for calming that anxious nervous system, relaxing your mind and body, and bringing you back to a state of peaceful awareness. Both of those videos will be linked down below so you can easily access them. So you are never stuck. You can lift yourself out of the pit, clear away the mental fog, and head into the rest of your day with renewed clarity and purpose. Always remember that you have the power to rise above the spiral of mindfuck and reclaim your peace. Thank you once again for joining me on this wild ride. I appreciate your openness and curiosity. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you can stay tuned for more inspiring content. Together, let's live in joy and peace.